Well, hello there. Hello. So, we are over at Bonnet Springs Park in Lakeland, taking my little afternoon walk. It's a little warm out. It is beautiful. It's about 85 degrees out right now. Look at these flowers. Isn't that cool? God's beauty right here in a park. They take care of this so well. So today we're focusing on business funding questions. Any questions you may have. In fact, let me take off these shades, and I'll be able to see your comments. So what business funding questions do you have? So, as you know, I am a certified independent broker for oktoearn.com. In fact, our broker site is oktoearn.org, and that's spelled oktoearn.org or .com. Go to either one. .com is our customer side. .org is our broker side to sign up as a broker. But we help businesses in need, in crisis, in times of financial difficulties, or maybe just to expand, maybe to buy another building, another location, maybe to buy some inventory, maybe to buy some equipment they need, maybe to have an incredible marketing campaign where they just blow the doors off the business. You never know. We never know what a business needs it for. And what's great about that is, what's really great about that is that we can help them. In fact, most banks will tell them no. Did you know there's over 30 million businesses in America? And only 10% of those businesses qualify for a conventional bank loan to help their business. Pretty low, isn't it? Doesn't sound like banks want to give much money out, does it? Well, that's where we come in. We are a breath of fresh air. So I remember back in the day, in my first loan file, a gentleman came to me and he said, 2 banks have turned me down and a credit union. Can't do it. Can't get it. And this is a retail store, okay? He's been there 3 years. He's doing a nice gross monthly revenue. I won't disclose the dollar amount, but with that said, he needed a certain threshold, a certain amount to get a particular product into the store. And everybody asked about it, and he didn't have it. He wanted to have it. How'd he get it? Through us. So within 24 hours, he was approved for the loan that he wanted. In fact, we offered him even more than he needed. That's cool. Now, that's just one application. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this and help us. And what's really cool, a couple different ways you can do this to help us. As you can see, I'm up here in a canopy and people are taking pictures and stuff, so I don't want to walk in front of their camera. It's sorry. Love this canopy though. So there's a couple different ways that you can help us and make some extra money on the side. In fact, many of our brokers obviously do this full time, but build yourself up to that level. I'm not telling you to quit your job if you have a current job or a side hustle that's paying all your bills. Build it up until you get established, until people know you, till you have enough exposure out there where people are like, I'm just going to do this loan, and you get paid quite a bit for it. Now, because of the FTC, I'm not going to disclose any dollar amounts. You can reach out to me privately if you want to ask about that. My number here is 863-513-7958. That's 863-513-7958. You can text me or call me. Doesn't matter, either one. And I'll be glad to answer every question you have about what we pay. But you can become just a referral agent. If you don't want to get too deep on our business, that's okay. You can become just a referral agent and still make a very, very nice income from it. Or if you want to step it up a little bit, it's about a 3.5 hour course. It's an internal course within our company. Well, they want to make sure everyone's kind of on the same page about business funding. We don't want some rogue people out there thinking they know everything about it and then they go out and misrepresent, because that gives us a bad company name, doesn't it? So the owner decided to build an internal training. And don't fret, it is not a pass-fail. You can't fail it. I mean, I'm no brighter than a doorknob and I passed it. So if you miss a question, so what they do is they show you about a 4 or 5 minute video, and then they give a 4 or 5 question quiz at the end of each video segment. And it takes about 3.5 hours to get through it. I think I did mine in 3 hours, 10 minutes. I got 2 questions wrong throughout the whole 3 hours and 10 minutes. And I reviewed them, looked at them. They showed me the answer. I went back and took the test. So see, it's a pass-pass. It's not a pass-fail. You can't fail this. So what's really cool about it, once you become certified, your income, your percentage of what you earn is 4 times that of being just a referral agent. 4 times. So yeah, it pays to get certified. Become a certified broker, folks. It's not that difficult. If you can't do it all in one 3-hour sitting, you can come back to it. It'll pick up where you left off. You don't have to start over again. But it's a phenomenal business because there's so much business out there where people need our service. And that's where you would come in. People love it. So there's a process that happens. So when the company took my customer's application, by the way, he did it on his laptop inside of his store in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And what's really cool is that about an hour later, all of his information that he provided, they email me and tell me what's going on. They tell me status of what's happening. I don't have to go back at my back office and perpetually look, oh, where is he at now in the stage of funding? No, they notify me. I love that. I've never had that before in any company I've ever worked for. So they notified me that, number one, he filled out an application. And then they emailed me and told me he did an e-signature and provided all the documents necessary. And then the 3rd email was, it went to underwriting. The 4th email, he got approved. The 5th email, they made an offer to the business owner. And the 6th email is probably the most fun. Business owner accepted the offer. Now here's what's interesting that happens when that happens. So when you get an email like that, on the 6th email, and it tells you that the business owner has accepted the offer, the very next morning from that email, that amount of money is sitting in their business bank account. I'm paid the next day. The next day. So if you have a file coming in every day, 5 days a week, you could literally get paid 5 times a week. Who does that? Oh, that's phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So that gives you kind of an idea of how business funding works. So, and there's different terms. You know, we don't talk interest and things like that, what it's costing. It's not actually interest, it's actually cost of money. Okay? A typical loan, if you borrow a loan from a bank, or let's say a car loan, and they put you into a car payment, you're paying X amount of interest for a certain amount of time. And of course, let's say the car is $10,000 and you finance that car, and you're into a couple $100 a month and you're paying a pretty high interest rate on it. By the time you're done with that car, you're probably going to pay about $15,000 to $18,000 for that car because you didn't have the cash to pay for the car. So the finance company makes all the terms, and they say what payment they're going to give you and what the terms are, and it might go on for 3, 4, 5, 7 years now. The brand new cars are 7 years. So when you amortize that and you schedule it all out, what you're actually paying for that car, it's typically about 50 to 60% more than the actual purchase if you would have paid cash. A business funding loan works a little bit differently. So pardon the noise, they got some mowers going out here, but this is a beautiful park. You see the mowers there coming at me. Where are they? There they are. So what happens with business funding is it's a little bit different. It's the cost of money. So instead of buying a product like a car or a house, and if you don't pay the bill, they take it, repossess the car or foreclose the house, you know the deal, right? Business funding works a little bit differently. Business funding is unsecured debt, which means there's no collateral attached to this debt. Okay? Think about that for a minute. There's no collateral attached to it. Now, what's really, really interesting, I'm going to walk by these guys. I'm sorry for the noise, but we're going to continue to talk a little bit. So business funding does work completely different than a bank loan, let's say, for a car or a house. Now, when you buy a car or buy a house, typically, those products don't make you money. With a business, it's different. You borrow $100,000 for a business, and they put it into equipment that's going to make them $300,000 in less than 6 months. Now you have ROI. Now you have return on investment, right? You've invested $100,000. It's made you $300,000 in 6 months. You're probably turning around and take another loan out. We have customers that take multiple loans out. I'm talking some 5 and 6, 7 times, because they know the value of investing into their business. When the timing is right, they know the value and what they can potentially make off of that investment. See, that's totally different than a car or a house, isn't it? Car and a house will typically depreciate. Housing might not, but it depends on the area. It could too. So that gives you kind of an idea of how business funding works. They use it for actually making them quite a bit more money. Quite a bit more. And they get multiple loans from us, which is really, really cool. So that gives you an idea. This is such a beautiful place. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. You can, again, call me or text me. 863-513-7958. I don't care if you're a business or an individual that might want to come work for us. It's an incredible, incredible opportunity. People love it. Businesses just love us because it's called alternative financing, and they love it because they don't have a choice. You could be the savior that walks through their door or talks to them on the phone or sends them an email or text, and they don't know what else to do. So consider business funding if you have a business. If you don't, and you just want to make maybe a little side money, consider being an agent. If you don't want to be an agent, consider being a broker. Now me, I've not only become a certified broker, but I'm also building, again, pardon the noise folks, we got mowers everywhere. I'm also building an agency. Now with 38 brokers underneath me, in less than 30 days, I know how to build an agency. I know how to train them. I do video training on a private YouTube channel that only the brokers can see and walk them through how to explode their business. That's what you need. Or use my channel. If you don't want to do any of the training, use my channel. Just send all your brokers to my channel. because all of you are under my network anyhow. So if you go to oktoearn.org, oktoearn.org, you can become a broker. Watch the 22-minute video and watch the 4-minute video. David, our CEO, will give you an idea of how this business works and how you make money from submitting loans. And all you're doing really is sharing a website. And by the way, if you do become a broker or an agent, there's nothing to buy. We're not taking any of your money. We don't need your money. Put your debit and credit cards away. We don't need that. This is free training, folks. We give you free self-reciprocating websites that are already designed with your name on it, or username, whatever you want to choose. So all you have to do is share your links. You will not only get credit for it, but that customer will then be your customer for life. If they buy multiple loans from us, get multiple funding, you get credit, and you get paid on every single one of those, and you've never talked to them again. Because we have a whole team of experts behind the scenes that reaches out to see if they need our help again. If they get a sale again and another funding, you get paid again. We have some brokers getting paid 6 and 8 times from one client, and they only sent them an email or a website, or maybe talk to them on the phone for a few minutes. That was it. oktoearn.org is where you sign up as a broker. oktoearn.com is our customer side. That's what a customer sees. And you can go over there too and check it out. See what the customer actually sees. Watch the video if you want. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Tony, good to see you on here, brother. Hope you're having a great time on your vacation. It'll be great to have you back in Florida. We'll do some more riding. So basically, bottom line is, folks, there's a big opportunity out here. God just continues to bless it. It's nice to see a CEO that's a God-fearing man, cares about the Word of God, and cares about his team, and cares about his company. That's a rare thing today. Most business owners, all they care about is growing the money, and they don't care who they got to step on to do it. You'll find David is a completely different man, and I love that. So listen, if anything else comes up, let me know. My number again is area code 863-513-7958. That is my direct cell phone number. If you want to ask some questions about being a broker, or you're a business owner that has questions about business funding, we are here for you. And I'm going to continue to grow my agency. My first goal is 100 brokers in the next 60 days. And I will do it in Jesus' name. So, bottom line is, we're here for you. If you need us, give us a shout out. 863-513-7958. Or go to oktoearn.org to become a broker. Or go to oktoearn.com if you're a business owner and you're looking for funding. Here's something else too. We also fund individuals. Let me explain that. An Uber driver, a Lyft driver, a DoorDash driver, a side gig hustle driver, any type of person that has a 1099 position where they're doing something on the side. Do you know they could qualify for a small loan? Now, it's not going to be real big. It's not going to be tens of thousands of dollars. But maybe they have a transmission goes out, and all of a sudden they don't have $2,000 to fix a transmission. They're out of business. They can't work anymore. They can no longer drive. Maybe they blew a motor. It's going to cost $5,000. I don't know. Maybe they just need a new car, a newer car. We have all types of circumstances like that. I just had one the other day that submitted a loan app. He's an individual. All he has is a personal bank account. He doesn't have a business. Doesn't have an LLC or an S or a C corporation. Look at that. That simple. So we have multiple types of fundings, right? Business fundings for big businesses or small businesses is not our only method of funding. There's other things. So reach out to us. Number again is 863-513-7958. Or come and visit us at oktoearn.org or oktoearn.com. That's spelled OK TOEARN.org or .com. And I hope you have a blessed day today, and I shall see you on the next video while I finish my very hot walk here in Florida. Take care, folks. Hope to hear from you soon. God bless.